Today we're making this carrot cake roll. To get started, we're going to need 2 cups of shredded carrots. I cleaned them up with my peeler before I started. You don't have to do this, it's personal preference. Also, the finer you shred your carrots, the prettier the finished product will be. I picked the chunkier side of my box grater, so we're going to get a more rugged cake look today. I ended up shredding all 4 carrots. They're relatively thin, so I ended up needing all of them. We're going to set this to the side and work on our batter. To a bowl, we're going to add in 3 eggs and beat them on high for 3 to 4 minutes. We want this nice and frothy. Add in 2/3 of a cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. My mother-in-law recently gave me this bottle of homemade vanilla extract. It smells so good. Just look at that color. Isn't it nice and pretty? Thank you, Becky. We're gonna mix these 2 ingredients in with the eggs real quick. Okay, that looks good. We're going to set this off to the side and work on our dry ingredients. To a small bowl, we're going to add in half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, but I'm going to add in a half more because I love this stuff. And lastly, 3/4 of a cup of flour. We're going to stir this up with our whisk and then add it to our batter. Stir in the dry ingredients just until blended and toss in the carrots. Grab your 10 by 15 inch jelly roll pan and line it with some parchment paper. If you've ever purchased those assorted cookie sheet sets, then you probably have this somewhere in one of your cabinets. Take your batter and pour it into the pan. Evenly spread it out. Into the oven at 350 degrees for about 9 to 11 minutes. Oven temperatures can vary, and mine was done at around 10 minutes. Yours might take a little bit longer or less time. Once your cake is done, we need to roll it while it's still hot out of the oven. Carefully lift or drag it off the pan like this onto some parchment paper. We're gonna start with the smaller end, lay a flap of parchment down on top, and slowly start to roll up the cake. Try not to roll it too tightly. We're gonna need to roll this back out later, and if it's too tight, it might crack in some spots. We're going to leave this on the counter to completely cool, which might take an hour or so. For the filling, we're going to add in 4 tablespoons of softened butter and 6 ounces of cream cheese, also softened. We're going to beat these 2 together until they're nice and creamy. Add in 2 cups of powdered sugar and 1 teaspoon of that homemade vanilla extract. Give everything a good mix. Once your cake is completely cooled, we're going to slowly and carefully unroll the cake. Add on the cream cheese frosting and make sure the whole cake has a nice even layer. Gently peel back the parchment and start rolling your cake back up. As the cake roll starts to get bigger, lifting the parchment up off the counter like so makes it easier to get that big boy moving the rest of the way. Okay, now the filling needs to firm up a bit in the fridge before we slice into it. To keep the cake from drying out, lightly wrap it with the same parchment paper, place it on the same jelly roll pan, and leave it in the fridge for about an hour. And there you have it, a delicious carrot cake roll. If you're interested, I will insert an ingredients list right here. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll see you all in the next video.